Sagittarius, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead, my Saggy family. Welcome to Fire Day. Thank you so much for clicking here. If you've never been here before, welcome, welcome. The subscription button is there if you'd like to stay. We do like each other. We're in the comments. We are a bit of a community by now. Thank you so much for stopping in. And if you are the ride or die and you're here all the time, thank you so much for doing that. We are just going to do two hands this week is what we're going to do. So use two different decks. We're trying to get two different types of energies here. And Sagittarius, they're both about you. So let's go with the first hand first. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This is for the week ahead. Look, we already burned all the way through May, right? And so I'm reading now for the first week of June. Let's find out what is going on for Sagittarius, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Sagittarius, please. Thank you if you're cross-watching. Let's find out what's going on for Sag in the week ahead, please. Tell me what's going on for Sag. We do have the Ten of Swords. There is something that, a cycle that's about to close here, something that's about to come to an end. You're finally being released from something that was really painful. It feels like it was like, it feels like it was a lot of arguments, fighting. It doesn't feel like it was a happy cycle. It feels like you fought your way through it here, and it feels like it took forever. We've got the Five of Wands in the reverse, and when the Five of Wands in the reverse, it's like I'm not hesitating anymore. It's a no regrets kind of energy. It's the Five of Wands when it's in the upright is all about sort of holding back or reserving your opinion or just not taking a step forward. And when it's in the reverse, to me, it's like I've decided that I'm not going to hold back anymore. I do have to go forward, and I have to close this cycle. It's not working for me. So I feel like you've been holding back for a while because you knew that this was going to hurt, and yeah, it was going to hurt like hell, right? So that's what it feels like here, unfortunately. I'm just hearing, who is she? Hold on to yourself, because this is going to hurt like hell. I feel like you finally stopped putting it off. We've got the Knight in the reverse, and we do have the Seven of Cups. So it does feel like the reason that you held back is because you know that this is going to be a super overly emotional situation here. It feels like there's the ending of something. It feels like you are ending something. You're cutting someone out, or you're bringing something to the end of a cycle here. I feel like you've been holding back from doing that for whatever reason. It feels like there is a new path that that is about to open up here. This is the Fool. Tell me why you were holding back. Tell me why you didn't want to close this cycle here. Tell me about Sagittarius, please. We've got the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Okay, the Queen of Swords. And then we have the High Priestess here. I feel like your intuition was on high, that there was something going on in the background that you couldn't see, but you could feel it. I feel like you were holding back, hoping that somebody here was going to tell you what was going on. You could be dealing with a Pisces. You could be dealing with a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius. I feel like there is that you were holding back from ending a cycle, and it does feel like it might have been a friendship. It feels like it is relationship related, but I don't know if it's love. It could be a friend. It could be a member of the family, but it feels like you knew that something was going on under the surface, and some sort of a truth just arrived. It feels like in the week ahead, there is a truth that is going to arrive. The Seven of Swords is in the reverse, and then the Queen is standing up and being counted. Like it feels like somebody's liberating themselves because of some sort of a secret that that's being revealed. And it's almost like when it comes to the surface with this High Priestess energy, you're like, I knew it. And I feel like now that you see it, you can't unsee it, and so you have to end this cycle. Tell me about the Ten of Swords, please. What is Sagittarius releasing? You're releasing worry. You're walking away from something and heading out to greener pastures to have more fun somewhere else. It feels like you felt stuck in this situation here where you knew something was up. You knew someone was lying to you, and then a secret came to the surface here. And we've got the Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck, which tells me that there's yet more information to come. And as this, whatever this Seven of Swords is, as it unfolds here, I feel like you're going to get more and more information. But I think that you went with your intuition and you cut somebody out of your life. Tell me why the Seven of Swords is here in the reverse. What is the secret? We've got the Nine of Wands. we've got the Six of Cups, and we have the Hierophant. So I want to say that you've learned a lesson about someone that you've known for a really long time. You do have happy memories with someone here, but I feel like this relationship became a heavy burden for you. You were carrying things around for this person. So you're not only carrying around your own crap here, Sag, but you're carrying around something for someone else. It feels like the secret that's coming out here is that this person who you trusted, because the Six of Cups is here, the person that you have all this history with and you thought that you could trust them, it feels like you couldn't trust them. It feels like they've placed some burdens on your back. And I want to say that you've learned a lesson here, that you can't, even though you've known somebody for years and years, you can't just give over your trust to somebody here. And I'm not saying be distrustful. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying listen to your intuition. Your intuition is never going to lead you wrong. And whatever you're feeling in your gut is the truth. And so you always have to go with your gut. So I want to say that what was going on here is that you were in sort of a disconnected kind of relationship with somebody here, because it does feel relationship related, whether it's platonic or romantic. And it feels like you were feeling disconnected from this person. You knew they were about to walk away, but you waited anyway. And so I want to say it's because you're loyal, right? You have a loyalty to this person, and it happens like this all the time. Like, I do a lot of readings for people who are in relationships, and I don't know, I can tell you how many times, thousands of times, people just wait for the relationship to crash and burn. They don't take the initiative to leave because they don't want to be the bad guy. They don't want to be the person that's known as the one that unplugged, no matter what kind of relationship this is, whether it's committed or not. And so I feel like that's you. I feel like that you were hoping upon hope that this thing was going to work out, but you were in the Five of Pentacles. Your intuition was telling you it was going to end. You were in the Five of Pentacles. You were in a little bit of disconnect with them, and this person had already pulled away emotionally. I think that they're on to bigger and better things. I want to say that there was something more exciting in the future, and that's why they left. That's what it feels like here. Now the thing is I feel like you were taking it slow. You weren't really going very fast with this relationship. You were allowing this person to have their space, have their room. You weren't terrorizing them in text. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you were really giving them the benefit of the doubt. And we do have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. And when the Knight of Swords is in the reverse, it's like things have slowed down. I'm not going to be as aggressive as I usually am in a relationship by saying, look, you need to tell me what's going on right now. I feel like you're the person who other people accuse of wanting to bring everything to the surface when it's not necessary. And I'm going to say to you that if your intuition ever tells you that again, you got to bring it to the situation to the surface. Because I feel like this is where you were sitting. I feel like you weren't saying anything, not doing anything, not taking any action. I feel like you felt like you weren't brave enough to question this here, because I feel like you already had questions, right? It looks like it is relationship related with the Two of Cups, but the Five of Cups are above her head. And so there always was this feeling of sadness. Is this going to work out? Maybe I should say something. And I don't think that you did. I feel like you wanted the other person to say something, and so you didn't say anything. And I feel like, honestly, the reason you didn't say anything is because you didn't want to be alone. And that's 100% of the reason why relationships crash and burn, because people don't talk to each other. They go to the tarot reader. You know, like, you have to have a lot of conversation and communication. And I feel like you weren't ready to hear the answer. I think that's all it was. You weren't ready to hear the answer, but you were sitting in this Seven of Cups, this overwhelm of emotion, thinking, am I just getting hurt? Is that what's going on here? And there's the Tower. Yeah, the Tower, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands here. So I want to say that you waited. You waited for the other person to walk away. Instead of taking control of the situation of yourself and saying, this doesn't feel right to me, what's going on here? You need to be honest with me. A truth did eventually end up coming out, and that was that this person was done and they're ready to walk away. But I feel like you waited for them to do it. And so the Tower ends up being a really hard thing for you to go through. We do have the Seven of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. And so I feel like you were kind of stuck on, this is my path. This is the investment. This is the person. This is the one thing that I want, that I'm never giving up. And so you were standing your ground on it. And the Seven of Wands, it's about being at the crossroads, but standing your ground, feeling like it's like you held back again, right? It's like this energy of the Five of Wands here is like indecision. I don't know what to do. I think I'm on the right path, but I'm not really sure what to do. So I feel like I'm talking to somebody who's probably already knows, like I feel like you already know what I'm talking about. You already feel that something's off, something's weird, that you're starting to question, is this person going out with other people? Do they have other people in the DMs? They've pulled away from me emotionally. There's a disconnect here. And I feel like you already feel that. I'm not projecting the demise of a good, healthy, strong relationship. That doesn't happen. When you're speaking to each other and it's a healthy, strong relationship, that relationship carries on. It's when we stop talking to each other and we start assuming things and we don't want to bring it up because we're scared to be alone. And I feel like you might be in that situation right now. Tell me what the outcome is here. So this situation, this whole person walking away and the situation coming to an end, the Tower showing up, is happening in the week ahead. But I feel like you're already in this energy of not knowing what to do. Should I say something? We do have the Justice card. We have the Nine of Cups and the Eight of Wands. I feel like you're just kind of surfing it. You're just like going with the flow. Like this person is kind of surfing on these 8 wands. I feel like you're just going with the flow. This is Sagittarius energy here. And I feel like you're like, it's fine. Everything's balanced. Everything is fine. It's going to be fine. I'm just losing my mind over something I shouldn't be losing my mind over. But I feel like I'm just going to keep myself open to whatever comes. Like, I feel like you're talking yourself out of the actual situation. Somebody here doesn't really see the situation for what it is, and it does feel like somebody is going to be walking away. Whether it's you or somebody else, take it as it resonates. Somebody's already feeling this energy, though, I'm going to say. We do have, it could be a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn that you are kind of going to end up blocking, I feel, in the week ahead. It could be someone who's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We do have Virgo there because of some wisdom that you've come across here. And the wisdom is that you can't trust this person that you thought you've known forever, that you thought we were in a commitment, but it turns out that this person is not interested in the commitment. They're interested in pulling away. So sometimes that happens, right? Sometimes it happens, we don't see it coming, or we choose not to see it coming. It's like all of the signs were there. As I look back at relationships where I was cheated on or things were going weird, I could tell you exactly at the point when I knew it was going on and I didn't say it. We have lots of fire here today. So we've got Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We've got Libra energy. We've got Scorpio. We've got Gemini energy. We've got Taurus, Pisces, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Let's get a second deck. Tell me what else is coming up for Sagittarius, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's coming up for Sag in the week ahead. So sometimes when I do the two hands, sometimes they will relate to each other and sometimes they will be different energies. So it is what it is. It's not my choice. I'm just asking the universe what it is that Sag needs to know for the week ahead. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Sag, if you're interested in a private read, please look below this video. I've pinned a comment for you above all of the comments there that gives you all the information you need. Just click on that link. It'll take you over to Wizio if you're interested in booking a reading. All right. Tell me about Sagittarius for the week ahead. What else does Sagittarius need to know for the week ahead, please? We've got the Three of Swords. It looks like it could be a continuation here. Tell me about the Three of Swords. Why do we have the Three of Swords? It is about something that is making you sad, heartbroken, disappointed. You're disappointed in something. This person's got their hand over their heart, trying to find balance after something is making them feel really sad. We do have the Nine of Coins. I feel like it is somebody here does end up being single. Tell me more. We do have the Six of Cups, and we have the Death. There is, it's totally telling us about what's coming next after this relationship ends. That's what it says here. We did have the Six of Cups in the last hand. So I do feel that something here is ending. It does feel like it is that you're becoming single after being in some sort of a soulmate connection here. That's what it does feel like, that the Three of Swords is telling me that you're experiencing sadness or, excuse me, sadness or feeling disappointed that things didn't go the way you wanted them to go. With the Death card here, it does feel like it stings or it bites, I'm going to say. Tell me about the Three of Swords here. Tell me more about the Three of Swords. We've got the Queen of Cups in the reverse. We've got the Six of Wands in the upright. We've got Justice in the upright. So I want to say with the Queen of Cups in the reverse, to me that's somebody who is not able to hold in their emotions. I feel like you are sad or heartbroken or disappointed that something didn't work out the way you wanted it to. The Queen of Cups in the reverse is somebody who's not listening to their intuition. And I feel like that's kind of what we were talking about in the last hand, that you should have listened to your intuition, right? Because it does feel like there is something here that's got the Queen of Cups in the reverse, feeling depleted, feeling like I don't have anything left to give here. I don't have anything left to give. I don't have any emotions. I don't have any empathy. I just don't have anything left to give. And it does feel like you can't hold your emotions down. You're kind of overly emotional. And I feel like you're a sensitive soul, I want to say, because Cancer is that. So we do have the Seven of Wands, and then we do have the Justice here. I feel like you are standing your ground, which tells me that you're not going to chase this person who is left. They could be a Libra. They could be a Scorpio. Pisces, Cancer, possibly. But we do have the Seven of Wands, and it tells me that you've now realized that you need better boundaries. You need better boundaries for yourself. So when somebody does one thing, you've got to promise yourself that you're going to do the next thing. So if somebody feels like they're moving in some sort of type of weird energetic way, then you've got to say something about it. And I feel like that's the Justice. That's what you realize. What brings you into balance is next time they're not going to get past the boundaries. I feel like the thing is I feel like this was a karmic relationship. It taught you what you needed to know. Unfortunately, it did come to an end. And, there are soulmates that show up that just aren't healed, right? And they end up teaching us lessons. And that's where the term karmic soulmate comes from. I know it sounds like a counterintuitive, but we can find soulmates who have not done the work, but we feel them as a soulmate. And so we end up getting into a relationship with them, and it's not until later that we find out it ends up being dramatic and tumultuous, and that's not a soulmate relationship. It could be a relationship with someone who is a soulmate that's not healed, but soulmate relationships, when everybody is in a healed position, is a really easy and flowing type relationship. So why did things end? We've got the Five of Wands. Somebody hesitated about the 10 Pentacles and the Ace of Coins. So I want to say that one of you, whether it was you or them, I want to say somebody hesitated making the commitment. Somebody hesitated when one said, I love you, the other one said, thanks. Or do you know what I mean? It feels like somebody here was like, what you didn't know is that there was a lot of competition here, and that you were in amongst the competition. It feels like the 10 of Coins, somebody was holding themselves back from it, arguing with themselves. Do I really love this person? Do I really want to be in a long-term relationship with this person? It turns out we get to the 10 and it ends the cycle, and then the Ace shows up to tell us that something begins again that is different. So I feel like the 10 of Pentacles tells me that we get to the point it's never gonna be a long-lasting, long-term relationship with this person, because there is an Ace of Pentacles here. Tell me about the Ace. We've got the Page of Wands, we've got the Ace of Swords, and we have the Lovers. Look, I feel like whenever the universe closes a door, they open a window, push you out that window, right? I feel like that the universe brings things together in a way that teaches you a lesson. Look, we have to know what the dark is in order to appreciate the light. We have to know what the cold is in order to appreciate the warmth. That's why I love where I live, because we go through, 6 months of winter, and sometimes it can be pretty horrible and cold, but the summer comes and I appreciate it so much, and the smell of rain and all of that stuff. And I really do feel like those are lessons that we need to learn. We need to learn that we need to learn the opposite of what we want in order to know that we want it. So I do feel that there is something here coming, that there is somebody here who is, in fact, a soulmate, somebody who you will be deeply connected to. And I feel like it's going to, this person might be younger than you, but it feels like it's going to be someone that you meet during conversation. So I want to say that possibly you're out meeting other people, talking to other people. It does feel like it's a spark of, oh, you're cute. Like, that's what it feels like here. And then we start talking to each other. I feel like this person is the one who is your soulmate. They could be a Gemini. They don't have to be. They could be a Scorpio as well. Maybe a Pisces or a Cancer. We do have Libra energy here as well. We do have the World. Look. The chapter's closed. So I want to say that the Ace of Pentacles it might be for you, telling me that the 10 of Pentacles is the end of the cycle. And when you begin again, you don't begin with this person that you were with. It feels like the cycle is closed, and what comes after this door closing is the Lovers. I feel like this was a karmic situation, and you needed to learn You needed to learn not to put all of your trust in somebody, to ask more questions, to be more verbal. The Ace of Swords is here. Now you've learned that lesson. We're showing the Ace of Swords next to the Lovers. You're never going to be put in a situation again where somebody is silent with you and you don't ask questions because you're scared to lose them. Now you're putting up boundaries here, I feel. You're putting up boundaries here with the Seven of Swords. You're putting up boundaries and you're no longer letting people cross the threshold. First they have to check out with the High Priestess here. And I feel like you've got your guard up. You're protecting yourself. And if somebody wants to build with you, I feel like they're going to have to follow you, because I feel like you're on your own path of nurturing, working really hard on the self, really hard on whatever it is that you've been working on here. We do have the Nine of Wands. I want to say that all of this stuff is right around the corner. The Nine of Wands is here, and we just need one more wand in order to make it 10. Right? So it feels like something is right around the corner, and I know you're exhausted from working really hard, but I feel like your intuition is now in place. Now you're realizing, I'm always going to listen to my gut. I'm never going to let somebody get away with the things that they got away with last time. And I feel like the Seven of Wands is telling me that your justice, this lesson that you were supposed to learn here, was about your boundaries. So you need to have tougher, tighter boundaries, and you need to leave people behind your boundaries. Look, the boundaries are for you, it's not for them. The boundaries are, I promise myself. That's promises you make to yourself. I promise myself that the next time I come across a situation, I'm not going to be afraid to lose this person. I'm just going to say, please tell me what's up. I just don't want to get my heart smashed. Please tell me what's going on here. So it's time to start talking about it, and I think you know that, because as soon as you meet this new person here, who could be younger than you. Maybe there's an age difference. Maybe you're the younger one. But we do have the Ace of Swords. You automatically open communication, and I want some clarity, right? So you're not going any further than this. And if they don't check out right here, you don't get to hear. That's what it is here. So I do feel that for some of you, this might be somebody that you already know. Only because the World card is here, and it tells me that this is a milestone, or that where things have become full circle. So it could be somebody from the past that's coming forward here. It doesn't have to be, but for a lot of you here, this is brand new love, because the Page of Wands is here with the Ace of Swords. I feel like you're going to be talking to someone new. That's what it feels like here. We've got Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo energy here. We've got Pisces energy here. We have Libra, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, more Scorpio here. Gemini energy. I'm going to leave it right there for you. Thank you so much for being here, for watching. I do appreciate you, and I'll be back because I'm always back, Sag. Bye-bye.